I just didn't see this coming. A complete shutout. From me, I
Right.
had a 7-0.
I am the greatest. I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass. You won't do shit. Just stick and move. Waking you up and saying, now stick and move. Keep your hands
All right, welcome to a new episode of the Stick and Move podcast. I'm your host, Trey, here with my co-host, Sam. We are doing a quick reaction to what we just saw between Fulton Jr. and Inoue, and we're just going to go right into it. So, Sam, what did you see in this fight? How did you score it leading up to the knockout?
Leading up, at first, I thought it was going to be obviously a tough climb for Inoue, but I didn't doubt his skills. But I just didn't see this coming. A complete shutout. From me, I
Right,
had a 7-0. It was a complete
right,
shutout. Um, um, Inoue was just way too much, too fast. The
right.
combinations were beautiful. We just witnessed one of this was a boxing lesson, man. This was
Yeah.
a complete boxing lesson. Fulton couldn't stop, the body shot, the jab to the body. He couldn't stop the combos. It was just so strange, so impressive how Inoue would throw
Mhm.
a punch where Fulton was moving to.
It
If
was
he
it was
would sway
interesting,
to a
right?
side, boom, yeah, he would get him. He it was just amazing the precision, how he threw those punches, man. Complete knockout. He just heard him. He heard him from since Fulton was scared. He came in there,
Hmm.
just scared from the beginning of the round. I just saw there was a lot of fear in him. And
That's
how'd you have it?
I actually wrote that in the first or second round. There was a moment where Inoue broke through his defense. I mean, he broke through it in the first round, but he broke through his defense, and you saw Fulton's eyes just ball up,
Yes.
like get super wide. And I had a 7-0 also going into that round. It was a complete schooling. I didn't see anything where Fulton, after that first and second round, wanted to be in there. He changed his defense, his footwork. It was extra wide. I don't really know Fulton as having his legs really that spread out and his guard so tense. When he had his guard up, it was so tense that I was like, he cannot sustain that an entire 12 rounds, at least in my opinion. And man, it was a different level of fight. I When we did our prediction episode last week, I said it's gonna end earlier, and there was a part in the fourth or fifth round where I was like, Inoue could have ended the fight, but he let him off the hook when he was putting Fulton into the ropes. Maybe he was trying to do it to prolong the fight for the viewers, but it was a complete domination. 7-0 all the way going into the knockout. Fulton, that it's just another class that Inoue is in comparison to Fulton. So that was my opinion on this fight.
Yeah, there's levels to the game, and this is one example.
Hmm.
And Fulton, you know, what's now? What does he do? What does he do now? What happens to Inoue? Inoue beat the best guy in the division. He went up the weight classes to get Fulton. So what do we
There's
see from
nobody in
here?
that. Yeah, there's nobody in those divisions. It's been cleaned out. It's maybe Santa Cruz, but Santa Cruz, he's not really the same fighter since his father's was sick, and since his knockout since Tank, he's not really. I think he's already punched out. I don't know. I don't know
Figueroa?
what's next for Figueroa. I mean, you want to talk about a firework fight? That would probably be the best fight because Figueroa is old school Mexican. I don't even want to say Mexican style. His style is more like Mexican style from the 1940s and 1950s, where they just lean on you and put their head on you and just fight you in a telephone booth 24/7. I don't know if Figueroa has that defense to really, or even that endurance to chase in a way speed around the ring. So I don't know if Figueroa would be. I think that would be one of those fights where it ends in 3 rounds. One of those guys is going down. That's at least that's at least what I think. What do you think is next for Inoue?
No, well, I think that there's gonna be a whole Gary Russell talk, Gary Russell
Okay.
and Inoue, and there was already people mentioning, you know, you know, Loma, and I was just like, in my mind, I don't think Loma can get down to. I mean, I don't know. Um, I don't think he has it in him to keep up with somebody like Inoue. I
Right.
mean, it's just my opinion. Um, right now, I would love to see Inoue fight maybe Figueroa just to get a
Hmm.
better feel of the weight. And if
Right.
not, if he's gonna have to move up. But I don't want him
Yeah.
to jump again and take a huge risk like he did. But that's what makes legends, I guess. Um, I don't know. I would like to see him against Figueroa, maybe a Gary Russell. You know,
Gary
but
Russell would be
how do you
great. I like that too. Yeah. Go
where do
ahead.
you got him ranked? What do you got him ranked now in your pound for pound list?
It was such a dominating force. I'm going to keep him at number 2, but I want to see what happens with Spence and Crawford. Because if that's a boring fight, if it's a dominate on one side, whether it's Crawford or Spence, I'll probably keep them at number 1. But you and I've talked about this before. I never really bought into Fulton because of his bout with Figueroa. I thought Figueroa dominated that fight. And I thought it was a robbery, to be honest with you. We could do an episode on that eventually. I don't know. I'm gonna keep him at number 2. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him in my top five at least. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm gonna keep him in my top five because I mean, there's some great fighters out there, man.
yeah,
Arguably the best number one pound for pound right now is going to be decided on Saturday. So for
right.
me, at least, um,
Hmm.
he's top five. I guess. I mean, the guy showed. I mean, the guy gained a lot of new fans in a way,
Sure, sure.
there's already people talking about maybe him and Gay Russell, or whoever, right?
You do you think Gary Russell will give him a better fight than Fulton?
I think so. I was never
Okay.
really impressed with Fulton, man. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
lost for
same
me, in
here.
my opinion. He lost to Figueroa. Figueroa was robbed in that fight, and
Absolutely.
yeah. So now he got a complete. He got demolished by Inoue, 7 rounds, and I think Gary Russell. Gary Russell fought Loma. Yes, Loma won, but damn, Gary Russell is super fast too, man.
Right. I agree with you. I want to end on this and then we can move on. So does Inoue just is he now the official monster slash boogeyman? Do you see him being beat
Um,
other than going more weight classes higher?
Look, he is the monster at that weight,
Yeah.
126 now, 122 and
Yeah.
126. Um, he should just enjoy the moment, man. The guy put
Right.
on a showcase, for everybody to see that he was for real. There was a lot of
Right.
doubters, man. There was a lot
Right.
of people saying he was not going to beat Fulton, and he completely
Right.
crushed him.
Right.
So, I want to see him again. I want to see him again. And maybe against like Gay Russell or Figueroa. That would be
Hmm.
nice. You know what I mean? But yes, everybody's going to be wanting to see that guy.
Right. Right. I'll say this about Inoue and we'll wrap up right here. Um, he's very aggressive. So there's going to be a time where he's going to, in my opinion, he'll get knocked out just because he's not really defensive. His defense is his offense. He's so offensively potent that people don't want to punch back like you saw with Fulton. But he gets in I think one day he's going to get, not anytime soon, maybe with Russell, who knows? But a guy that's able to exchange with them, with that kind of style, you could get caught. I guess that's for any kind of boxing style. But I'm kind of disappointed at Fulton. It felt like he didn't show up. He did delay the fight. I didn't like that. And I'll say this one last thing real quickly. I'm sorry. Is in a way put the whole hand wrap thing he ended that conversation. There is going to be no blame on the hand wraps or anything like that. And if I'm not mistaken, Inoue actually subsided and was like, okay, I'll wrap the way you want it. So any last closing thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, it's one of the best weeks of boxing, and Inoue just it was beautiful to see this morning. I mean, it was super early or whatever, but I mean, damn, what a gift that was given to all of us as fans.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was an amazing fight, man, and I'm looking forward to what's next for him in the future.
Yeah, me too, man. So we'll leave it at that. So everybody, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all under the Stick and Move podcast. And we'll leave it there. So we'll see you guys as a reaction to the Spence and Crawford fight. All right. So don't remember to stick and move, baby.
I am the greatest. I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick